Good morning. Now, our topic to study is the electric field due to the short electric dipole at the axial point. Earlier we know about the electric dipole. It is the system of two equal and opposite charges separated by a certain distance. Now, first of all, we must know about what is actually the axial line and what is actually the equatorial line. Now, you just see here, if this is the dipole from negative to positive, this is the dipole. So the line from the negative to the positive and either of the side, it will move. Either of the side will join the two charges in a line or two charges from one center to the another center and extended on either of the side, it is known as axial line. The one thing. Now we study the electric field, we will study the electric field on the axial line where anywhere we consider and then find the expression for that. Now what is the equatorial line? Equatorial line, this is just see the two charges which makes the dipole of the same value. Here is also the minus q, here also the plus q of the same magnitude and opposite in nature. They make a dipole of the length of this one. The dipole length is the 2a vector. So the line which joining the center of the charge and extended to the either of the side, the line is known as axial line. Now in the equatorial line, the center of the dipole, not the charge. Here I use the center of the charge. The line which passes or meets the center of the charge, the line is known as axial line. Here I am saying the center of the dipole from where the line passes, that line passes from the center of the dipole, and that line is called equatorial line. This one is the axial line, it is the equatorial line. So first we must know what is the axial line and what is the equatorial line. The line which crosses the center of the dipole is the equatorial line and it is perpendicular 90 degree. And the line which passes through the center of the charge and extended to either of the side is the axial line. Now our topic to understand, to study is the electric field on the axial line of an electric dipole. In the last class, in the last video, we have discussed that the dipole is always exist in short, not long distance between the two charges. So the short electric dipole we consider here. Now the arrangement for the axial line. Let's suppose this is the arrangement and somewhere is the point P on the axial line. On the axial line, the P is the point where we have to calculate the electric field. So the P is the point where we calculate the electric field. And the line we consider as a X, and here it is the X dash. Now this P from the center of the dipole, the distance to the P is supposed to be the R1. R is the distance where we have to calculate the electric field. There is the two charge. Just we consider it as the charge A and charge B. The positive charge is here, the positive charge is here, the negative is here. So the distance of the dipole of the 2A, that means from the center it is A and both are at the A distance from the center of the dipole. Also, the dipole moment we consider, the dipole moment is the P vector. We know that the dipole moment have the direction from negative to positive, or we already know that the direction is against the electric field direction, or along the length of the direction is along the length of the dipole. So here the electric field we calculate at the point P. For that, suppose it is the positive one and the direction of the electric field always from positive to the negative. So it is outward. How we understand? For our understanding, let's consider a unit charge is here. Unit charge is here, and here it is the positive charge. What happened? The motion will be outward. The motion will to move away for the unit charge, and the motion of the unit charge represent the electric field direction. So here for the charge B, the electric field direction is the EB, and the direction is outward. Now for the charge A, that is the negative charge Q, the electric field direction is towards the negative, and the value is the EA, that is. Two fields are there, and both the fields are just opposite to each other. Opposite to each other. That means they make an angle of 180 degree. And this, the resultant of these two opposite vector is depends upon its magnitude. Which one has the greater magnitude? Obviously, it has the short distance, that is the r minus a. It has the greater distance to the point P, r plus a. And r plus a and r minus a is the denominator of the relation. So on that case, EB is greater than EA. So the electric field, net electric field E is acting towards the x-axis, towards or along the direction of the electric dipole moment. Now we will calculate. We understand all the relation here. Now we calculate the net electric field at the point P is given as net electric field at the point P is given as that is E vector is equal to EA vector plus EB vector. In the vector representation, it is the sum of the both vector. Now, we consider the magnitude of each EB or EA. The magnitude of EB and EA, EB vector, that is magnitude mod we use, and that equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Here is the charge Q, capital Q, by the distance here it is the r minus a whole square. This will give only the magnitude. That's why nothing is here regarding the direction. Though I know the direction, if we consider the vector representation for the EB, let's suppose here, if we consider as a vector of EB, then it has the direction with the relation 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by, here it is r minus a whole square, and the direction is away from the charge or towards the x-axis. Direction is from B to P. From B to P. That means away from the charge that represent the direction. So it becomes the vector representation. But if we are considering the only the magnitude value. So magnitude, it is the 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by Q is the charge here, and the distance is the r minus a. 1 3. That becomes the relation number 2. Here, for the relation magnitude of the second, magnitude of similarly, mod of the EA vector is equal to EA vector, here it is mod, that means the magnitude, we are simple notifying the magnitude only, and that is the 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Here it is q by r. Now the distance is r plus a whole square. That becomes the equation number 3. Just see the equation 2 and equation 3. Here the denominator is less. Here r minus a, the value decreases, whereas here the r plus a increases. If the denominator increases, that means numerator decreases. If the denominator decreases, that means numerator will increase. That the relation we have here, that is EB, the magnitude of EB, that is EB is greater than EA. So that is EB is greater than EA. Now just we subtract the value of these two magnitude and we get the electric field here, that since the EB is greater than EA, since EB is greater than EA, so on that case the magnitude of the net electric field, the magnitude of the net electric field at point P is given as so E is equal to magnitude, we are talking magnitude here, E is equal to how much? That is the EB minus EA. Now just substitute the value and we have the relation for this net magnitude value of the electric field, that is E is equal to, in place of EB we will write the charge Q by the 4 pi epsilon naught, and here in place of this, that is the 1 by r minus a whole square minus again Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by r plus a whole square. Now these are the common factor, so common will be taken out. So electric field E is equal to Q by, in place of 4 pi epsilon naught we can write the K also, or it better to write KQ, and the relation is now 1 by r minus a whole square minus 1 by r plus a whole square. Just see, it is the relation that electric field E is equal to KQ, and here we will write that r plus a whole square minus r minus a whole square by r square minus a square whole square. So the electric field, just see here, the electric field that E is equal to KQ, and simple the value is the a plus b square is the a square plus b square plus 2ab. Here it is minus 2ab. So on that case, just see r square plus a square plus 2ab minus, here it is r square plus a square minus 2ab 2AB, and then after by r square minus a square whole square. Minus plus minus. So we have the relation E is equal to KQ, and here r cancelled. R square plus a square plus 2ab minus, here it is in place of this, sorry, just see, r square plus square, here it is the 2ra, and here also the 2ra. So that become the 2ra. Here is the r square minus a square plus 2ra by, here it is the r square minus a square whole square. Just make that or cancel it. R square, one side is positive one and negative one, that will cancel. What left here? That is the 2ra and 2ra, that becomes the 4ra. So E is equal to KQ, and here it is the 4ra by r square minus a square whole square, and that equation number 4 give the electric field value. Not only that, here we will change the 2a into 2r, that become the 4r a, and it will be represented by the dipole moment. So the electric field with the dipole moment, here it is, since we know that electric dipole moment, as electric dipole moment P vector is equal to Q into 2a, and this relation comes here. How it is? That E is equal to KQ, and here we will write the 2a into 2r by, here is the r square minus a square whole square. So this Q into 2a will as a dipole moment. We are talking about the magnitude. That means in the magnitude we write only the P. So the electric field E is equal to KQ in place of this P into 2r by, that is the 2r by r square minus a square whole square. Now this relation, equation number 5, that relation is with the dipole moment, and just see the direction of the electric field is along the direction of the dipole moment. So in vector the electric field is given as, the electric field is given as, that is the E vector. E vector is equal to K P vector into 2r by r square minus a square whole square. That means the electric field along the axial point in the direction of the dipole moment. Not only if we consider along the x positive, if we consider along the negative also, and the point is suppose here, on that case also, the field strength, the field intensity towards the negative is greater, that compared to that of the positive value is less. Here in this side, EB is smaller compared to the EA. So the net electric field direction, that is along the dipole moment. In this portion means if we consider the negative of the x-axis, where also here it is the EA is greater than EB. But here in this direction we have the relation EB is greater than EA. So the direction of the electric field is always, whether or in an axial line, anywhere if you take, the direction of electric field is always along the direction of the dipole moment. That is the conclusion, that is the important thing. The direction of the electric field along the axial point, the direction of electric field along the axial point anywhere or any point, we write as a along the axial point is always along the direction of dipole moment, along the direction of electric dipole moment. That means the electric field direction is always along the electric dipole moment. Just by the diagram, by the figure, by the arrangement, we come to the conclusion. That is the important. The electric field direction along the axis is always along the direction of the electric dipole moment. Now, see the relation, or see some cases regarding this. Case, that is the if that R is at infinity, or we can say that not infinity, it is such a distance that the dipole length is almost negligible, or such a small that we are not concerned, we are not consider it, or we neglect it. On that case, the electric field for the point at the large distance. So if R is greater than A, just I told, A is least or A is almost negligible, have the tendency to be 0 compared to the R. So we neglecting the value of A in the above relation, So on that case, the electric field, if we consider the vector, so that is the Kp vector into 2R by, if we neglect the A, on that case R to the power 4. Now 1 R is cancelled, so it becomes the R cube. Now the relation becomes the E is equal to Kp vector, or 2p vector we write like this, 2kp vector by R cube. In place of k, if you substitute, on that case 2p vector by 4 pi epsilon naught R cube. This is the relation 7, the most important. Now this all about the electric field in a axial point. One more thing, that the electric field, if we consider the axial point, and at that condition the electric field, if we calculate at the center of the dipole, it will give the 0 value. Actually it is not so, it has a value, but if we will consider this relation, on that case it is the conditional. It is not so that at the center of the dipole the electric field is 0. It is the equipotential surface. But if we consider R is equal to 0, on that case the electric field E vector is equal to Kp vector into, in place of 2r is equal to 0, by whatever may be the relation r square minus a square whole square. So any product with the 0, that value is the null vector. It is a pseudo, or we can say that it is just for the understanding that if we consider the axial relation, on that case it is so, but actually at the center of the dipole there is an electric field. So in the next class, in the next video or the next lecture, we will see the electric field on the equatorial point due to the short electric dipole.